Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Peace, everybody. Sweet Science Boxing Academy. We back with another video. All right, man. So we got some big news. Conor Benn, he just came out and he revealed that his next fight is going to be with Regis Prograis. And I think this fight is going to be at 147. I think this is a good fight stylistically. I can see why Conor Benn picked Regis Prograis, because Conor Benn is a volume puncher. Regis Prograis not really a volume puncher. He's more of a counter puncher. But Regis did show that he had power at 140. But this is another weight class. It's 147. But Conor Benn hasn't fought at 147. And like 2 or 3 years, it's been a while. It's been a while because he's been going up to 160 fighting Chris Eubank Jr. in them 2 fights. So this is going to be one of them fights where if Conor Benn happened to beat Regis Prograis and he just so happened to drop him or stop him, then this is going to make Conor Benn like a household name, especially here in America. Maybe not so much with the casual fans, but the boxing fans. Because Conor Benn, he is right now, he living off his victory of Chris Eubank Jr., and rightfully so. But if he beat Regis Prograis, then that's going to turn him into a superstar in America. But this is not set in stone that he'll beat Regis Prograis. But I got him beating Regis, though. I just think that Regis, he's a little bit past his prime. We seen what happened at 140 when he got dropped by Devin Haney, when Devin moved up and took his WBC belt. But, Conor Benn is somebody different. But I think Devin Haney is a better fighter than Conor Benn. I just always thought that, Conor was just bigger at the time. Not necessarily stronger, but his fighting style makes it seem like he's really strong because he come at you and he throw punches in bunches. Kind of like a more tactical Sean Porter or Gary Antoine Russell. But I like the fight. Conor Benn just got the $15 million deal with Zuffa. A lot of people saying that he betrayed Eddie Hearn and everything. You had Terrence Bud Crawford defending him on a Joe Rogan show and saying that, Conor Benn did what's best for him and his family, which I totally agree. I totally understand, because if Conor Benn start losing, and Eddie Hearn and whoever he signed with, they can easily drop him if he lose 2 or 3 fights in a row. So it's business. Y'all got to think about that. Like, the sport of boxing is business first. And we're I keep saying we like I'm still boxing, but it's prize fighting. Like, people are fighting for a prize, and they fighting for the best opportunity as possible. So if Dana White and Turkey Ali Sheik, Zuffa and them, if they giving that money out, cool. Now, a lot of people don't think that this is a $15 million fight between Regis Prograis, but it is what it is. I don't be counting people's pockets, so I just want to see some good fights. But let's just say, hypothetically speaking, Conor Benn do beat the fight with Regis Prograis. Where do he go from there? Who do he fight next? There was talks about him possibly fighting Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson did call him in the ring after he beat Teofimo Lopez, and Conor was saying he'll smash him and everything. Then it's the whole thing with Rolly Romero. We seen Rolly and Conor Benn was having some words at the Ring Magazine Awards. So that's a possible fight. Then you got, of course, Devin Haney. So Conor Benn do got some options. But let's just say he beat Regis, because I do have, it's not set in stone, but I do have him beating Regis. I would like to see Conor Benn. Shoot, I would like to see Conor Benn versus Rolly Romero. I think that would be a good fight. And if he can beat Rolly, then have a fight with Shakur. And then Devin. I think Devin should be last on the mix. Because right now, Devin is going into the stratosphere. Um, and I think stylistically, Devin just outboxes Conor Benn, like 9 times out of 10. I think Devin Haney will beat the only, and I say that because just because of Devin Haney's size, I think Conor Benn has more of a shot of beating Shakur Stevenson than Devin Haney. And the only reason why I say that is because of the size. Like Shakur Stevenson, he's not really a 140 pounder. He's a 135 pounder. He's just skillful enough to move up to 140 and possibly 147. And if he can keep Conor Benn off of him, just box smart, then I see him beating Conor Benn too. Skill for skill. But size does matter in fights. And so that's the only reason why I give Devin a better chance of beating Conor than Shakur, because of the size, the weight. But all that stuff won't happen unless he beat Regis, because we can do all these potential fights afterwards. But what if Conor Benn go inside there and lose the Regis Prograis? Then everything that I just said won't mean nothing. So I think this is a big deal. I think 2026 is starting to be looking real good for the sport of boxing. And the sky's the limit. So let's just see what's going to happen between Regis and Conor, and then we can go from there. But like I said, I just got Conor beating this fight, like really. And truth be told, I think Conor can actually get Regis Prograis out of there. Like, I think he can actually stop him. Now, Regis is southpaw. Conor is orthodox. But that don't mean nothing, because Regis don't really got feet. Conor move on angles and, like I said, throw punches and bunches. But I haven't seen Regis fight in a while, truth be told. Like, I didn't even know he was fighting at 147. Maybe he already had a few fights at 147. Like, I just haven't been keeping up with him. So I could be totally wrong in all of this. So we just have to wait and see. But that's the next fight for Conor Benn and Regis. And may the best man win. But that's all I got for now, guys. Let me know what y'all think. Drop your comments down below. Make sure I hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.